Psychiatrist Dr. Peter Breggin, an industry whistleblower, has been exposing and fighting against the government's deliberate assault on the minds of young black children through the agency of their psychiatric establishment. He wrote a very important book, The War Against Children of Color. Psychiatry targets the inner city youth. Dr. Breggin informs us, and listen closely, Dr. Breggin is called by his peers the conscience of psychiatry because of his whistle blowing. And what is he blowing the whistle on? Listen to his words. In the wake, quote, in the wake of the black urban uprisings in the late 1960s, by which he means when Watts blew up in 1965, Detroit in 1967, and then after, they killed our brother, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in 68. 100 cities went in revolt. Dr. Breggin says, in the wake of the black urban uprisings in the late 1960s, America became preoccupied with the threatening figure of the young black male. America became preoccupied with the threatening figure of the young black male, as well as the overall danger of rebellion and social chaos. Led by the National Institute of Mental Health and the Justice Department, the federal government began to develop an overall program for biomedical control of violence. It was inspired by fear of violence in the inner city and aimed at control of young black males. A program of biomedical control of violence aimed at this threatening figure of the young black male with which this country, since 1965, has been preoccupied with. What does biomedical control of violence in black men, what does that mean? After the riots, the U.S. government, through its agencies and through funded scientists, spread the lie that black males at the heart of the urban rebellions were motivated not by factors of social and economic oppression. They were motivated by a mental disorder. And so all black men who revolt or engage in social protests are mentally ill and must be mind fixed. So Dr. Breggin says further, quote, the U.S. government is planning a massive program of psychiatric intervention into the inner cities aimed at identifying and treating young children with presumed genetic and biochemical predispositions to violence. Children between the ages of 2 and 18 will be targeted. The major treatment inevitably will be drugs. Let's unpack this. The government, out of fear of young black males who will rise up in rebellion, planned a program of massive targeting of inner city boys from 2 to 18 years old who are allegedly predisposed to being violent. And well, what they really mean, who show signs of being leaders of their people. They are targeted with psychiatric intervention, meaning their brains are assaulted with drugs.